Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. We have congregated here on this rainy day on the plains of climate crisis to mourn the passing of the older release. This is gonna be a very sad and joyful day because on the other hand we're gonna get the new release with the spectator interface. But yeah, this is the very last cast of the year 2019 and coincidentally it's also gonna be the very last cast that is gonna be casted on the older release. Pretty cool. Maybe it might be a two-part series though, let's see. Because this is gonna be quite the game. Quite the series of games actually. It not only is it the end of the release cycle, end of the year, it's also the end of RAGL Season 8, it's officially over. We know the winner of Masters, but we do not know who is going to advance into Masters tier. Because there's a few vacant slots, if you catch my meaning right now. And we're gonna find out who that's gonna be. So, this is the Minions League Finals of RAGL Season 8, and I believe it went the full length, it went the full Monty. 5 games for me to cast here, that's gonna be a blast. Let's dive right into it. In the bottom right, continuing the tradition of the Danish community of OpenRA being incredibly strong, it is gonna be live from the United States of Denmark and Faroe Islands and Greenland, I guess. It is gonna be GOAT, or GOAT, greatest of all time, I don't know. Don't ask me, he never revealed this information, never disclosed it. But hey, he's gonna be starting out as Russia and with some wire fencing going on Climate Crisis. And his opponent, someone who shouldn't be here. Well, he has all rights to be here, but the reason why he's in the Minions finals is simply because Bath's computer spontaneously combusted. So we were expecting Bath. We got blackened. That's a pretty sweet deal, I'd have to say, because Blackened used to be Masters already. He used to be a very strong player and then just went AWOL for 1 season, which is hence why he got kicked back into Minions and now he's on the resurgence, just like Barf actually. It's a very similar story, but I think 1 season prior to Barf. Anyway, so Blackened is back. Black is back, babies. And he's gonna start out with a light tank opener. That's a good hustle. I like it. Climate Crisis, by the way. RNGesus giveth, RNGesus taketh, in that case he taketh a lot. Ooh! Consumable Engineer. No, wait, he repaired the hospital, that makes sense. And he opted not to go for the second Derrick, so no Consumable Engineer. Yeah. And double light tank opener. Alright, there is a brief window, a very brief window in the early game, if and only if your opponent is gone for War Factory first, which is the case here, where a double light tank opener is scary. Because you don't really have an answer to armored units, so he can easily snipe the power, I'd say. But there is a base defense lined up, obviously no Tesla, but yeah, Flame Tower, still good DPS. He's going for the racks for the time being, not opting to focus the power. Okay, yeah. Pop goes the Flame Tower in a very good position because this protects everything. Nice, and he already lined up the Rocket Soldier. Oh! Wow. Gets the crush regardless, and super low health. Oh! 1 rifle salvo is gonna finish him off. Oh, he's focusing the wrong one. Wow, okay, good micro. Like, wow. Rocket Soldier comes out regardless, so yeah. Blackened is forced to skedaddle. That was A, display of really good vehicle micro because he preserved both his tanks and pulled the wounded tank back. But also B, didn't do much other than that, other than being fancy. It killed the barracks. So for the time being, it's gonna delay infantry production. Not too bad in the grand scheme of... Wow. That is a very early heavy tank. He didn't go MCV first. Which is understandable. He knows that there are 2 light tanks roaming around. But he could as well just have opted for a Tesla. Yeah, he could have just waited 10 seconds, built an MCV, built a Tesla to be safe, and then if he gets assaulted by 2 light tanks with his MCV, just pop the Tesla. Would have also been an option, but hey. That's caster's bird's eye view. You obviously don't know how many forces your opponent has. But given he went for a double light tank opener, it's usually safe to assume that it's very, very low. Okay, tanks are getting patched up, and there's now a 3 light tank count. But there's already heavy tanks out, so they have passed their window of usefulness. That is a bit ambitious from Go tier, knowing that your opponent has at least 2 light tanks. And trying for the capture. Okay, that's not even a bait. Like, it would be cool if that would be a bait with rocket soldiers, but it isn't. Now, focusing the NG. Oh, he could have easily just wiped the APC first and then focus the NG because there was no way in hell the NG was gonna escape. But yeah, just small details and such. APC scurries away. And 2 heavy tanks. Oh no! He opts to just forfeit the APC. Okay. It got sniffed out by the forces of Blackened regardless. And now we're going into a somewhat more stable-ish mid-game, I'd say, because both have their expansion out, and Goat is actually in a really good expansion timing. Wow, this is crazy. Despite all of this, his expansion timing is just impeccable. He's got everything. He's got his eco set up by minute 5. Yeah, that is pretty good. Eco transfer at 5:30. That is a very stable economical situation to find himself in. Also, the oil derrick is already captured. So, the oil derrick on his opponent's side, I might add. Right-hand side, the light tanks are not going to reveal themselves going the long route. Okay, this is the first interesting army movement I've ever seen on Climate Crisis. Not just going face. And also the first divergent build. Okay, ooh, light tanks reveal themselves. But here is a massive army concentration. Too many rockets on the dance floor, I'd say, though. Like, Blackened has enough to hold this. And he's fortifying on the south, so... So unless he gets out-rotated... Ooh, I like the incorporation of flamers. Some flamers are starting to pop here. I count at least 3... I'm counting 3, yeah. 3 flamers, but not many rockets, so... This is more suited against for combat against infantry blobs. Ooh, light tanks. Get the jump on an old truck. They get to pounce here. Can't quite finish the job. Heavy tanks are closing in, as are rocket soldiers, so very wise decision. Goat immediately patching him up. Wow. This is already more mechanically intense than the Masters Finals. Damn. Gotta commend him for that. Okay, now taking out the oil derrick. That's a good use of the light tanks. Flamers are gonna reveal themselves, and that's not a... I think Blackened still has enough, but his position isn't good. He's sending his infantry in late. Infantry is also very, very clumped, so very prone to AoE. But luckily... Ooh, the flamers are focusing the tanks, at least one of them is. The medics are somewhat counteracting the burst. Okay. Wow. I did not see this one coming. The medics actually impacting something here. Sweet, so Blackened is winning this engagement by sheer force of numbers, and can now converge. He's got the light tanks still. 2 of them, one of them gave its life to kill an oil derrick, which is fine. Ooh, the others survived. That's very good. Where are they headed? Merging with the main force. It's a very good call. Wide open front here. First light tank gets taken out immediately. Oh, the second light tank gets some sick crushes. I think that's the most value I've ever seen out of a light tank. Not gonna lie. That was very sweet. Okay, so with the aid of the light tanks, the medium tanks call, and the light tanks shall assist them. Wow. That was sweet. Okay, so now also interesting army movement. Goat now has the upper hand with his heavy tank count, but I think Blackened can camp over the cliffs. If he just moves his army here, he can camp the ore lines. That's always something that has irked me about this map. No, decides against it. Decides to also sack his medic. Which is, you know, customary. Customary OpenRA sacking the medics. And a massive force heading out on the right-hand side. Does Goat have anything to counteract? Right, I think his economical situation is not as good as Blackened's is, because of the force discrepancy. It's not that big, only 4k and 1 harvester, but yeah. It's gonna start stacking up if he leaves it like this. So let's see if he does anything to rectify it. He should actually take this derrick as well. Would be worth building an engineer. It's usually alive for longer than 2 minutes. That's about the rate it takes to, like, give or take. That's the rate it takes to recuperate the investment. Obviously, it's also like an investment into not army, so that has to be factored in as well. Ooh, the fences get crushed. That is gonna clue Goat in. He's gonna go for the main base. He's going face. He's got 6 heavies here. I think that's enough if he just plays his cards right. Ooh, the heavies are getting caught. A bit out. Decide against moving in. Okay. Ooh. This is such an interesting game for me to cast as well. Like, not only is it a great game, it's also in the morning. It's been forever, but it's finally holiday season. Okay. Taking out the oil derrick very cheaply. That is a very efficient way to do things. So yeah, super early in the morning for me. And that's such an unusual feeling that I've got time during the weeks. Ah, so sweet. If only. Wow, that's a good use of taxpayer money. Thanks, England. Thanks, United Kingdom, for providing me with the funds for a turret to shoot a random civilian with. Ooh, massive. He must have triggered a scout. I did not see it, but the way that Goat is positioning his army, it appears to me that he definitely knows what's up. Now he knows, definitely. With the advent of mass Zooks, I don't think he has enough to hold here. No tech on the way either. Ooh, like without V2 check or anything, this is going to be very nasty. And the second force heading out, oh my lord. And this force is heading right into a massacre. Oh no. What a defensive line. This is the mother of all defensive lines. Maginot would be proud. Alright, taking down an O-truck, converging with the forces. This is one super army. This, oh my goodness, the mother of all armies. This is the biggest army I've seen in a competitive game in a very long time. Jeez Louise, how do you stop this? I think that's game. Radar Dome though. Radar Dome is out now. That is a very smart move. I think he just wants to cull some infantry with the V2s. And trying to play as defensively as possible. I mean, he's got defender's advantage here, so he's probably he's got to trade really, really efficiently. Wow. Tanks are trying to go in, but not connecting too well. I mean, the rocket density is just too high. Now it's a tank graveyard. Yeah, you don't even reach there anymore. Oh, still 7 tanks. On the other side, are we gonna see a base trade? Blacken himself doesn't have many defending forces here. Wow, what the... There's a V2. Right, saving grace. Is this gonna be the saving grace? We're gonna keep our eyes focused. And he's got it on... Oh, no, that's unfortunate. He's got it on hold fire. Yeah. Deliberate shots. Hold fire. And then putting deliberate shots into the heart of the blob. That is so smart from Goat. Needs to use it again. Come on, it's off cooldown, buddy. Buddy. Oh, lining up another shot. Oh, split. Black-induced splitting. That would have been so much more devastating. On the other side of the map, the tanks are just completely decimating the base. And I really think that there's gonna be a base trade. Obviously, the army is way bigger for Blackened still. But, ooh, Vet 2 has been achieved. I missed one of the shots and it must have been a really good one. That one, not so much. But that's alright. He kept it alive. Unit preservation is key here. And you can see, like, Goat's unit preservation is amazing. His tech units, he's only built 2. One of them died immediately and he couldn't do anything about it. Now that I'm... Caster's Curse. Alright, that's fair. That's just fair. And in goes another shot. Not very impactful. He missed because of the... Oh no! Caster's Curse to the max. Just now that I'm saying it, he just blows it. Okay, he was more focused on this engagement, I presume. But still 4 heavies. I mean, about to be 3. Let's be real here. The rifles are going to be enough to finish off this heavy tank. On the other side... Goat still has another extra MCV. He's still got the power to sustain his base. So it depends on how much damage he can inflict. Okay, he killed the MCV. Kills the War Factory. That's a big one because there is no War Factory out right now for Blackened. And there is a War Factory for Goat. Conversely, I might add. Ooh, and this could hit the center of mass. Nah, decides to snipe a tank first. That's good as well. Zook shots connecting long range. What is this game? This is insanity. Nothing else going on. Ooh! That one, I heard lots of infantry die. Yeah, that must have been a good one. Vet 1 already achieved. And... decent-ish. But I think he's gonna be eventually able to stem the tide. I didn't think he was... didn't expect him to be able to stop the army. Okay, now finally. Yeah, that's enough infantry to stop this. Line of sight from the hospital too. Ooh. Is there enough time now to stabilize? Goat is on a shell of a base. He's still got the 2 heavies. Highly decorated. And he can park them in the eco lines. there are 2 Conyards, a super interesting position. Like, Blackened has got 2 Conyards, but he's completely split. There are 2 highly vetted heavy tanks, and those just, yeah, they make minced meat out of harvesters. He can park them in eco lines, perfect. Just like that. Yeah! That's right. And Vet 2 actually gives them the speed to catch up with other vehicles. Vet 2 is actually quite impactful on them. Ooh, turret. That was a predictive turret. Doesn't want to commit. No. He does not want to commit here. Tanks are getting super low, and they're getting chased away by a welcome commando as well. There's another war factory out. Now, wow! Direct hit on the wood truck. Half health. Ooh! One of the heavies dies. He can patch up the other one, though. Ah! And the pathing! He could have easily killed this Conyard here, with the help of this army. Problem was, the pathing... the turret got deployed, he wanted to move out, and the pathing blocked the V2. Ah, one of the cases of pathing screwing over units. Sad day. Now there's a medium tank out, plus a modestly sized infantry force, enough to severely threaten him. And Goat is gonna be on the back foot. Ooh, this harvester not mining. How many harvesters is he on? Like 3 mining harvesters. He needs to put this one back online. I don't know, did he just accidentally press the stop key or something? His V2 shots were miraculous, but is it gonna be enough? Blackened positioning his MCV in a more frontal way. He's now up to 3 Conyards. This is gonna be really tough. This is gonna be a slog if Goat wants to win this still. We're 16 minutes deep. Massive infantry force heading out. I'm just not seeing it. This ore, by the way, is also very depletable. So if this goes on for like 2 or 3 minutes, he's got another idle ore truck. Oh, not like this. So if this goes on for 2 or 3 more minutes, then he's going to be all out of ore basically. Like this depletes, this here depletes, and then this is 2 mines. It's essentially on 3 mines then, 3.5. So yeah, and Blackened conversely can just go wherever he wants. I'm sorry, I'm a bit sick still. Yeah, Blackened can just go wherever he wants. He's got the keys to the kingdom. He's got this on lockdown. There's gonna be a severely scary force out now with the V2 rocket launcher, and there's gonna be a Yak. Okay, let's see what the Yak can do. Again, going for the white flank. Its flank is Blackened. That's the 2nd time this has worked. Alright. Seize the defensive line. Honestly, don't even contest those pillboxes. Leave them be. Park your tank outside of turret range. Maybe here. You've got Yak line of sight, so you can snipe from range. So the defensive line can't actually do anything to you. So 1 harvester down, 3 harvesters out for Goat. Yeah. 4. Oh, okay. 4 still. Still, I predict an L in this first game. Off the back of the light tanks, Kappa Pride. Oh my goodness. Blackened's got more than half his share of the map. Yeah, it's looking good for him. He's got 2 armies converging. Realistically. Ooh, line of sight, but the Yak is in a very dangerous position. Micros it back. Too late. Zooks connect regardless. I think without the Yak line of sight advantage, he doesn't stand a chance anymore. I think that's gonna be it. Tanks going down. There is not too many tanks for Blackened here either. Okay, let's see, let's see. Oh, for the V2 shot. Instant vet 1. Into instantly being kicked out of the game. RIP. Kicked for inactivity. 1 last V2 rocket launcher. I doubt it's gonna happen. Again, another army out for Blackened. Like, his infantry production is crazy. Straight up crazy town. Okay, he's trying to attack whatever he can get his hands on. Ooh, that was a whiff. Unfortunately, Blackened moved into the shot, so it didn't do too much damage here. Tesla Quill plus Heavy are tangling with the mediums, but there's just too much infantry pressure. Oh, he can't even find a spot anymore for his V2. Where do you go from here? Ah, GG being called. What a game. What an opening to this series. And I gotta say, on Climate Crisis no less, I still won't change my opinion about this map, but this has been a sweet game on Climate Crisis. Stay tuned for game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Runaway sentence in which we're gonna find ourselves on good old Marigold Town. Let's see how this is gonna go. This time Black and okay, again spawning is the Brits. And Goat again spawning is Russia, so this must be hard faction picks. Interesting. There have been some interesting statistics from NetNazgul now that the season has ended. And it turned out that people who played random had a way higher chance of winning. Like random, I think random overall had the best win rate out of them all. And outside of some statistical outliers, like someone picked France deliberately once and won. So the France win rate is 100%, but that's like not statistically significant. And people, very interesting, because I still think that Soviets are in a better spot than Allies. But since this is kind of common knowledge, so many people picked Soviets, and also players who were probably at a disadvantage in their respective matchups also picked Soviets to gain an advantage and then lost anyway. So this dragged down the Soviets' win rates to below 50%, which is super interesting to me. Kind of a statistical, not Coriolis effect, but you know, just a... I don't know how the effect is called in statistics right now, but where the statistic itself, the statistic basically falsifies itself. Alright, so we've got a dog opener from Goat, and I really like this. He's going to go for the middle, straight up. This is a super impactful dog right now. Forces away all this blunt infantry. This mass infantry force off of double ref. And again, we're seeing a War Factory opener from Goat. Very ballsy, because he invested into Kennel, into a dog that's already 400. And into some infantry it's 900, plus NG is 1400. Wait! Plus another 7 stack, that's 2600. He's gonna be so... Huh? Did he really cancel his War Factory and go for a... That doesn't make sense. Okay, that build makes no sense to me. I unfortunately didn't pull out the production tab because it's so unwieldy. As you can see here, it obstructs everything. But he's super behind on the timing right now. Maybe it was just the Kennel... kind of messing up the timing, and then he also forgot to build for a couple seconds anyway. Very odd build, but double ref makes more sense with a Kennel opener. So, yeah. Then again, it doesn't surprise me too much anymore. Now this is super vulnerable to light tanks, and we've seen Blacken's build in the first game. But this time, fortunately for Goat, he's going double ref. Into Ranger, no less. Oh, that's a fast build speed. That's gonna be double Ranger. Or Ranger Light, nah. Double Ranger. Very, very good. Very strong on this map. It's very open. And if your opponent doesn't go flak trucks to ward it off, he's gonna have a rough time. He's gonna be in for a rude awakening. First 2 ranges. He's not committing into more. It's just 2 ranges now. And with dog line of sight advantage, yeah, not gonna do too much. If he stops at 2, that is, you know, he could also have gone for 5. But there's an infantry flank, a super early infantry flank with 4 Zooks and a medic. Wow. What a baller move. That's a kind of a power move from Blackened. You don't see that in Masters games. Like, Masters games, everyone plays so safe. Everyone plays their super anti-cheese, save 4-minute expansion timing. And here you see wild shit. And those players are Masters level. Like, definitely Masters level. No two ways about it. I just love that they're willing to experiment here. Service depot is coming online for Goat. Should be around the same timing, yeah. Rangers haven't accomplished too much, and the engineer. Bit ballsy. Oh, Flame Tower has been queued up. He didn't lose much. Nice, okay, only lost the medic. Sacrificial medic, that's alright. So not too much damage taken on the infantry blob, and he can now... It wasn't really worth it just yet, but let's see. Can try and pick off some scouts with his ranger. But the main infantry force, mainstay forces are gonna be just a bit too strong. Okay, why he decides to just leave those alive is beyond me. Yeah, fine. Because scouts actually have great impact, as we've seen in the Masters Finals. Okay. He's trying to be sneaky here. Trying to intercept a possible 3rd expansion on the double mines. Huh. Mass infantry production has been fired up again. 6 harvesters. Ooh, and the Rangers find a nice little opening. Like, yeah, he should I was just about to say, should focus on the rockets, because focusing on the MCV does nothing. By the way, in the new release, this has been nerfed even further. Okay, 1 ranger down, but that's for like 3 rocket soldiers, couple scouts, very worthwhile ranger still. And he also knows about the expansion, expansion route. It's gonna be counterclockwise instead of clockwise. As north spawn, I actually like clockwise more. But that's personal preference, because then you've got nowhere to go anymore. Then you need to expand to the south, and this is gonna leave you like open to being outflanked if you position your army in one of the spots. One of the 2 parking spots here, like here or here. But anyway, that's besides the point. Point is, awesome game thus far. Awesome series as well. And uncontested oil derrick in the middle for Goat. Ooh, the ranger sees the army move out. This is always a very dangerous, yeah, Tesla coil. This is a very dangerous timing for allies, because the Soviets are gonna have a Tesla coil lined up, and they're gonna be just way stronger by sheer virtue of the line of sight it gives, and the rally points. Oh, those rally points have already screwed Blackened over. So he has to send his medium tanks back, and that would be the perfect timing to push. Obviously, like Caster's, yeah, like Caster's blessing, I see everything that's going on, but those tanks are now back and repairing. That would be a good time to sledgehammer and drive your heavy tanks home. At least he's got a nice little ranger scouting the perimeter. And this sneaky infantry detachment in the most unlikely of positions. Goat moving out his original Kanyard, so he's not on 3 expansions. He just went 3 cons, and went 2 cons. Interesting. Wow. This ranger got lucky as hell. It's in Tesla coil range, but the focus was on the turret. Ooh. Nice, okay, picks off a turret. So the ranger still being alive is a big boon here, a big blessing for Blackened. Oh, alive no more. Oh, and the turret! Not in range! It's not in range! That is terrible. He even pings it. It's a the OpenRA works on this half cell logic. Oh, he also revealed it with the army has been revealed. With the medium tank shooting at the engineer and leaving it alive. Wow, but the infantry detachment going for the war factory. Is this actually gonna happen? Is he gonna make it happen here? He's gonna kill Goat's war factory. What a play! What a line of play. That is crazy. That worked, like the odds were abysmally low. Jeez! That is savage. And on the other side, he's being pushed back by a massive infantry blob from Blackened. But I think Goat still has army superiority in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Also picks off some some mediums for free. And as we all know, mediums better than heavies, bang for buck. And as soon as the medium tank count starts dwindling, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a full surround. He's moving in as well. Oh, he lost basically nothing. We're seeing a lot of blue bounties pop up and very, very little brown bounties pop up. Oof. That was a wipe and a half for Blackened. That's not looking good for him at all. Not in the slightest. After this engagement, we're gonna check the army graph. So first off, economy is now 5k in favor of Goat. Ah, it's not there yet. We have to wait like 30 seconds. Alright. Let's give it a little, because I want to see the army graph plummet. That's gonna be one of those graphs taking a nosedive. And again, sending in the infantry first. This is the perfect engagement that Goat wants. Oh, he's gonna trade so favorably. Even with only 1 heavy tank. What the hell? He doesn't need to move in. That's so smart. He's merging with his forces and always hiding behind the Tesla coil. I love this play here. Instead of committing into the south where there is a Kanyard, he just... Ooh, power down. Unlucky. Well, but he can go for a 2-pronged attack. Nice micro though from Blackened, who is trying to micro out the rocket soldiers. Good play, good hustle. Now, 61 APM, jeez. 9 harvesters still for Blackened. So he has a ticket at a comeback. He has a shot there. Okay, let's check the army graph. That's what I wanted to do earlier. Plonk. Look at that plummeting. Plummeted by like 50%, maybe more, 60%. Yikes. That was quite something. This defensive line is not going to hold for very long, because Tesla coils are going to start to chip away at it. Ah, there is now a radar dome. I like the radar dome transition. Yeah, smart. Always popping Tesla coils out of turret range. Very good play. And also the advanced power plant gives free line of sight. That's super smart. That's how you deal with defensive lines as Soviets without expending too much. Like, he doesn't lose much. Ooh, and another harvester biting the dust. Artilleries are starting to appear. This is the only shot at a comeback that Blacken has right now. He's still got good econ, even after losing this harvester. Still has 8 of them. The hospital is gonna give away that there's a massive army. Does he want to tangle with this? No, it's too compact. Okay, the first time that a turret actually got the jump on a Tesla. Ooh, hard committing. He is hard committing into this. Alright. Only one pillbox left, yeah. Easily. Can easily just pop a Tesla there. Uh-oh, artilleries. Oh! The artillery fire is... Nice. There's a yuck. Finally, restoring the balance of power. Big flank on the right-hand side. How does Blacken always get his flanks off? How is this happening? I mean, it got revealed ahead of time? But still. But still. How does he still have such a big army as well? Yeah, Blackened is a savage player here. Oh, the artillery. The primary objective here for Goat is Killery the artillery. There we go. There is more, but there's more. And on the right-hand side, another army move out. What is this game? Huh. The V2's not being able to dish out damage fast enough to stem the tide. What is this? Goat sounding the retreat, sending his units back. He's got great line of sight from the Yaks though. That is something I really gotta commend him on. Plus his army movements were... The Chinook! Okay. Ha! The Chinook! That is an interesting line of play indeed. Good hustle. Ah yeah, I think this is gonna be dealt with. Tesla coil on the right hand side. Taking pot shots at the ore trucks again. Who is... I can't call this game right now. This is still completely up in the air. What is going on? And how does Blacken still have such a massive army after being pummeled this much by his first terrible engagement? The mammy though. Big Papa Tank is out now. Brother comrade tanks have served their time. Now it's time for Big Papa Tank. Hell yeah. The Mammoth is out. Anti-air gun is popping. Ooh, longbows. Interesting army composition. I kind of dig. Ooh, Mammoths can double tap, by the way. So this is not a smart choice to engage into this. Down goes the Yak. He's trying for a sneaky expansion. There's a Tanya somewhere in the mix. She's here. She's not going to be able to do anything, though. Tja, down goes the longbow. Went as well as I expected. Oh, no. He just donated over a Mammoth Husk. You do not want to do that. Is there going to be a mechanic? It has to be. There's his primary. That must be a mechanic, like 100%. Yep. Not the right rally point, though. I think the Husk is gonna time out. Ah, Blacken misplayed. Misplayed his hand. Should have rerouted the main rally point to there. Too late. This Husk is gonna time out just... just short of being recaptured, yep. There we go. Iron Curtain is now out. Let's take a look at the economical situation. There's a sneaky expansion here. This is has not been discovered. The longbow. Oh, the longbow is taking a stroll casually and seeing where this is coming from. So, oh god, 4 harvesters on a dead patch. So, out of those 10 harvesters for Blacken, only 6 are actually operational. So its economical situation is not as great as you might think. And this has been revealed by virtue of the scout dying, so the very Russian way of scouting. Well, we lost contact with Vasily. I think there must be invasion. Plus Sharkies is starting to appear. Mammoths and Sharkies. Now we're cooking with gasoline. I like it. We're cooking with arc lightning. If we are to be precise here. Cooking with arc lightning, one of my favorite cooking shows. Ooh, Harvester survives. By the skin of its teeth? Mami's moving south, and nothing has been lost in the defense of the Rodina here up north. So it's looking very good for Goat again. I mean, it has been looking good for him all game, but he's just not been able to finish it off in style just yet. In goes a para-drop. A pair of paratroopers para-dropping. Into the south. I mean, there's an excess of harvesters anyway, so might as well. Somebody had to do the job. Might as well be me. Ooh. Longbows. Taking a couple shots from the Zooks. Wow, connecting in long range. Ah, that's because of the line of sight from the advanced power plant. That makes sense. And mass artillery play from Blackened. Plus a very sneaky tech center. But he's about to lose his expansion. The artilleries can't do shit to stop Mammoths. Plane crash! Hell fucking yeah. This is just my game. This game is my jam. I really enjoy this right now. This is a lot more creative than the Masters Finals were. Not to throw shade at Ganon and Orb because they both played super well. But damn. This is just a way wackier thing to observe. Alright. Mammies are starting to get pummeled by artillery, but as soon as he moves forward. Ah, flak trucks. I like that. He's also got the Iron Curtain ready. So I think he's just waiting for the good old plus of doom. Oh, another Chinook, probably for a Tanya transport. Yeah. The go button has been pressed. There is no return. There is no return from here. Flak trucks going in, starting to pummel anything that's air-based or light armored. Pop. Oh, one more artillery and Tanya as well. He's gonna rejoice. Yeah. Tanya can't go anywhere. Very smart. Tanya getting basically GG'd by the flak truck. Dies just in the nick of time. On the right-hand side, oh, tech center down. Mammy's still in compact formation. There's a radar jammer, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Ooh. One mammoth being pulled back. Yeah. GG! What a series. What a game. This is gonna spell the 1-1 equalizer, and I'll have to see you guys in game 3.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Game 3 being played on Mountain Ridge Redux, in my opinion, a criminally underplayed map with so many fun possibilities and options. This is one of the maps that I really like. It's got awkward eco though, I gotta give it that. The eco is almost as awkward as Climate Crisis. You've got your double mine, like your starting ore isn't that much. It depletes fast. You've got your third mine here, which also doesn't yield much. Then you've got those you absolutely need to hold because that's your life insurance in the late game. That's your only expansion double mine. And then you just got like this one speck of ore, and this is up for grabs for anyone and can be camped easily. So yeah, this is a super interesting map. Oh, we're seeing a good old faction swapperoo. Blackened going double dog into Grens. What? Okay, that's baller. Oh, the second dog has been revealed. I mean, this is gonna spell cheese. Goat knows you don't build double dog unless you've got something very sinister planned. Yeah. I think he's already lining up the pillbox, is he? Yep. Cheese denied. By virtue of one rifle scout. I mean, there was an attempt. This is gonna spell a significant investment, but with a double ref build, which I presume is gonna be the case, yeah. Double ref build for both. Ooh, the Grenadiers don't know where to look. Where to angle. Oh no, they've been revealed. Ah, not like this. Missing all their nades as well. He's trying to force fire with Grenadiers? What is this game? This is absolute madness. This is Madness Fun Park Funhouse 2 Electric Boogaloo. I think he's gone. No, he didn't die to the explosion. What the hell? So this just leaves Blackened at a massive army discrepancy early on because he went double ref and has nothing to show for right now. is the eco is gonna be even. So if it translates into a stable-ish mid-game, then it's gonna be good. But there is a window for Goat to exploit here. There is definitely a big window to just grab lots of territory and just generally get ahead in the oil count, get ahead in map control. Well, the Comet isn't too bad. It's a 880 because Grenadiers are dirt cheap. But also factor in the upfront investment from the kennel, which got sold off as well. And the assets are like 600. Ooh. Catches. No way. He did not see the engineer. That was by half a cell. If so, if even. Engineers plus Grenadiers. And this is a very safely stashed away infantry rifle stash. Ranger is hunting. He knows what's up. Grenadiers. Oh wow, did he reveal the power plant? He did. The dog did when he went in. That's cool. Is there an engineer out for Goat? Well, it's on the right hand side, obviously. Grenadiers are trying to find an angle. They don't want to reveal themselves to harvesters, also they could get randomly crushed. I love this cheese play from Blackened. Like, this man is willing to experiment. This man is willing to throw everything at the wall and see if something sticks. That's with him being a high tier player. Dope. I'm really glad that he came back after his season break. Oh my goodness, there's only one rocket. Let's put it down to 0. There are 0 rockets here right now. So the APC full of something must be rockets at that stage of the game. Rock APC here for Black, and he's trying everything. I mean, Flamer Drop is the only thing missing now. I dig. So the oil count is even after all that. Crazy as it sounds. And Goat has got a couple lighting. Ah! The comm center, he doesn't know who... No, he sees it's neutral. But he just doesn't want to risk it falling into Goat's hands there. So Goat is going to reclaim, with his army superiority, is going to reclaim those derricks. Is Blackened going to go for the south after losing his engineer? He could rebuild an engineer and try and go for the south. Would be a smart move in my opinion. Really nice ambush here. Because if you look into Blackened's vision, he only sees the ranger. He doesn't see the massive army. And this is just a trap waiting to be sprung. Only thing he could do better is just building a concave out of those units. No concave to be had. Instead, scatter command. Going for the... Yeah, nice. Going for the engineer there. And no more rockets. 1 or 2 more rockets. Oh, down goes the APC. Is it going to be enough? There's just going to be so many rifles. I'm pretty sure that died to friendly fire. That light tank died to friendly fire. Well, no repeat of game 1, where the light tank actually did something. So, barely winning this engagement is Goat, but that was closer than it ever needed to be. He's got MCVs out though, and probably a test. No, he's France. We had the faction swap, I forgot. Well, still. Base pushes allies is nowhere near as strong as Soviets, but that doesn't mean it's not annoying. It is in fact annoying as hell. If anything, allied base pushes are a bit more annoying to deal with. Not stronger, they're actually weaker, but more annoying because you just always have to play whack-a-mole. Those pillboxes popping up so fast. So just that extra little nuisance. Yeah, turret as well. Turrets actually, something I've observed on stream is that the turret muzzle offset is still not fixed, but sometimes it works. Like this turret seems to align it properly. So weird. Flame tower. Ooh, I think he was trying to focus out the ranger. Would have killed it too. I've seen an engineer go up north. Did it die already? Wait. Did that engineer just straight up die? Probably to the veteran rifle here, if so. Oh, but wait, there's still 5 grenadiers waiting in the wings. He built 10 grenadiers? Okay, I can't even keep track this game. This is so wacky. I love it. I absolutely love it. Here we're seeing 2 heavy tanks breaking up an entire compact formation. How is he winning this engagement? I mean, now the defensive lines are starting to kick in with the loss of heavy armor. But jeez, he was trading quite well there. And this would be so easy to kill for the Grens. Oh, if only he knew. If only he had perfect 2020 caster vision. Super nice play here from both. I love it. Goat going for a reach around. Wow, okay. Blacken's position has been compacted quite significantly. Is this gonna be a game over punch? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, he's trying to chip away at the Tesla as well. Rockets are lagging behind, which is usually a good thing against Teslas. So they don't use the burst on the rockets. Okay, he's gonna be able to defend easily here. The right hand side, he's gonna lose a lot of territory. Ah, the Grenadiers. Do something with him, man. Do it! You can do it! He's trying to wall off. I love the attempt. But it's gonna remain an attempt. An attempt it is gonna remain forever. Still chips away at some of the defensive lines again. Not too bad, not too bad. Welp. Safe to say that that Goat's forces got routed there. What I would do in Goat's shoes now is deploy just one ref here, and then move on to this spot and contest him and basically kind of choke Blackened out of the game. He's on Radar Dome. I really like the commitment to tech play. Blackened has only built a Radar Dome in game 2. Conversely, Goat, every single time I've seen him have the chance to go for tech, he went for tech. I like that. It's also very divergent playstyles, because Blackened traditionally is someone who just goes like for war factories. Oh, going for the main base. Does he have that on the radar? He definitely doesn't. Oh, Blackened doesn't know. He does not know. He is clueless as to what's about to hit him here. The APC is still chipping in for some... No! No, he has to build mass APCs here. That is a throwback to the good old days of the mass APC meta. Uh-oh. That's gonna sound the alarm bells. And Goat is someone who, like me, I think he's got a very similar playstyle actually, interestingly enough. Very tech-centric and only one war factory for 90% of games. I think that's why I like his playstyle so much. Kind of the same playstyle I enjoy. Ooh, he's gonna be a fierce, yeah. Both of those players actually have the chance of advancing, so both of them are gonna be fierce contenders in RAGL Season 9. First Hind is coming out now. It is a bit of a late timing, but he might... Oh, no, 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 no. Not a single burst had been fired that day. Just being a bit too reckless with the Hind. Losing it immediately, being routed on 2 fronts. How is Blackened making this work? How is Blackened in the game? Not only in the game, but winning. My goodness. After this atrocious of an early game, he's starting to camp out all... Please tell me the Grenadiers are gonna do something. Okay, the MCV here gets taken out, but I think he's got enough time, if he's lucky, to build a mechanic. Because the APC is set to attack everything, so... Nice. Okay, it's too late now. The Husk is gonna time out. What a crazy game! Another Hind goes down for little to no gain. Yikes. Line of sight advantage negated by the power plant now. But no more rockets. Ah! One rocket connecting here. Yeah, that's gonna be it. This engagement is barely gonna be won with the help of the Hind now. Please, yeah, use it. There we go. Focusing out the rockets, that's exactly what you do. Misses too! Oh no! He missed at least one rocket there. So they cost him a lot of health on the Hind. And there is another wave of infantry clashing in here. Yikes! He does not have an MCV anymore. I missed that. He lost both of them. The other one went down in this engagement, so yeah. Does he have a chance at holding? I don't think he has. Oh my goodness, he only has double... Yeah, double barracks production, that's all. Oops, sorry. Oh my goodness. Does he have a shot at taking this game back? I'm pretty certain he doesn't, because the helipads had to be sold out, so no more rearming. No more helicopter production. All he can do now is go for an all-in with the ore trucks. That is literally his only option. He's playing it nicely. Thus far, very well traded. But he needs to go for the right-hand side as well. He doesn't need all that econ anyway. Double rev production, I think those 2 harvesters alone are enough to sustain the economy. By the way, I can't help but notice that this refinery is gone, and so are the grenadiers. So, let me do the math real quick. Jesus! On the other hand, wow, the economical situation for Blackened is actually more resembling Cuba than the US, if you're catching my drift. Ooh. Okay. He's on 4 harvesters, and he's also forced into using his harvesters as bait and as frontline. Zook connecting. Might be worth sacking a hind for. Ah, he has line of sight already, so yeah. It's alright, he's gonna trade up. What a wacky game! But still, Blackened's got the trump cards. Yeah, War Factory production back online. I think that's gonna spell trouble. If he waits any longer and doesn't push right now, then he's out of the game. What a series! Those 3 harvesters are completely unnecessary. They don't do anything. Yeah, 20k float. And Blackened is broke! This is hilarious. 20k float, but you can't fault him for that because he has no way of spending all his money there. Oh, okay, the MCV accidentally moved back into him. RIP. RIP, yeah. Wait. New controls? Ah, okay, he just rebound his hotkeys. Because the new controls are not in yet. That is still the old release. That would be a poor excuse. I mean, really, he just needs to go for an all-out bulldozing with harvesters. That's the only chance he has, because you don't scale into anything off of this. And the harvesters are complete dead weight. What do you want to do? Transfer, like... do like any good dictator, and before your country blows, you take your like 20k, you stash your 23k, and transfer it to a Swiss bank account? That's how we're doing? That's gonna be the game plan here? I don't know, man. Apparently it is. I would rather go all out here. Oh. Brutal engagement. I don't know why he didn't use the hind for line of sight. That would have been his shot at winning the engagement, but yeah, no. That's not it. That's not it. There's nothing left here. Why is he still in the game? Non comprendere. Io non capisco. Nie poнимаю. Where is it? Why is he still here? Why are you still here? Just move on. Move on to game 4, because this one ain't going anywhere. And as soon as the service depot comes out, it's gonna be all ogre. He would have had a brief window at pushing with his infantry, maybe in the south, deny this economy, and then leave Blackened stranded on like a 2 harvester economy. That would have been sustainable. 2 harvester against 2 harvester economy. Would have been hard to break, but not impossible with the help of Heinz. But now that he has nothing left, I don't know why he's staying in the game. No territory, no eco. I mean, he can feed his 23k. Maybe he's trying to bleed Blackened dry, you know? Blackened mines out the entire map. He's also saving like 1 ammo pip for those really important snipes for when Tanya comes out. There's gonna be a hind. There's gonna be a hind on 1 pixel ready to snipe Tanya. That's gonna be the play. Oh wait, he's Soviets. Blackened is Soviets, so... Why not commit to the Grenadiers? At that stage of the game, why not go 20 grand? And honestly, Blackened's refusal to take up is starting to border comical levels here. Oh, okay, he's got drop prepared though. I like that. Like, he could easily just finish... Hello. He could easily just finish this game by going tech, going for a V2, scouting everything, seeing that there's nothing out for Goat, and then pelt his goat hide. Alright, in go the APCs. They see what's up. I APC you. Oh! Grenadiers tackling the medic. Trying to... Wait. The explosion doesn't do damage to foes? Only to friendlies? Are you for real? TIL. Okay, this is an educational series now. So apparently, from what I've seen there, the Grenadier explosion only damages friendlies. Okay. Learn something new every day. Why are we still here? Come on, Blackened. You're just one A move away. He's done it. Radar Dome unlocked. Achievement unlocked. Okay, it would be too hilarious if if Goat parked the Hinds above it and sniped the tech. That would be my hero play. There's so much infantry now. What is going on? Yeah, against 20 APCs. How do you fight that? You don't. You lose. Oh, sweet crushes. So one of the big perks of APCs, and the reason why they were used for crushing in earlier metas, was because they just don't leave husks. And husks block your own vehicles. And they also make makeshift barricades for infantry. Because if a husk slides into a cell where infantry is, then the infantry are completely inaccessible. But yeah, that's the end of this. Ah! There we go. One last. Didn't connect. GG. Game 3. Oh my lord. The Cheese Lord Blackened striking here. That was almost a high level of build. Where he went for every single unit in the roster early game. And yeah. Oh, Blackened didn't realize that there was no MCV. What? That's why it took him so long. Okay, I thought he was just drawing it out, but no, he was playing it safe. Okay, fair. On to... You know what, guys? This has already been going on for an hour. I've been casting for an hour. I have to split this up. The second part is going to be the... this is going to be the Christmas cast. The second part is going to be the New Year's cast. So, thank you for watching this week. Stay tuned. This is now a 2-1 up for Blackened, but there is more. So, you do the math, and yeah, I'm looking forward to casting more of this. I hope you're also looking forward to watching more of this madness unfold. Thank you for watching this week. I'll see you with the conclusion next week. Happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah. I think Hanukkah is today-ish? I don't know. Alright. So see you next week. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.